Hello. Hello. But today I would make you a hat using a whole bunch of scrap yarn I have on hand. Put a whole bunch of random yarns in to make this hat. So I'm going to switch the camera around and we'll show you what we're working with. Here we are. This is all the yarn we are dealing with. I thought I bought a new pair of scissors at Michael. I thought I would open this up for you. Some tapping at some point I think gonna end up collecting different kinds of scissors, but you know, with scissors I have to go around and try to find all my scissors right now. I might have a hard time. So this is the scissors we're gonna use. Isn't that pretty? I like that. Right. And this is the hook we're using, so I think I was gonna start out with this yarn. What do you think? What do you think this? I was thinking I was gonna the brim will be the bulkier yarn, and then we'll eventually go thinner. So, all right. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think this hat's gonna turn out pretty cool. So I'm just gonna. Don't know how many I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go to town and just chain until I think it'll fit my head. Usually adult, or your head, if you're an adult. Usually about 21 inches, so keep going and do this for a while. Back and forth. Back and forth for a while. Trying to keep these a little bit loose. Let's see what we got so far. Yeah, nowhere near long enough. We'll keep going. I suppose I could have done a foundation to make it stretchier. Keep going. Right, I suppose any moment now we can see what we got here. Ooh, okay, I think I'm good to go. It's okay. Sometimes we like our hats a little bit looser. Sometimes when people might join, but I always have a problem with twisting, so I don't always join. So we're going to go back, start working the brim of our chain. These are what we refer to as single crochets. Gonna go around and do single crochets. what color do you think we should go next? Here. How about this red one? How about red? We might go red. Oh, we might go lighter. Maybe we'll go to this neon. Color next. Keep going around. You're going to have to let me know which view you liked better. If you like this view better or the top-down view. We're going to working continuously, so we're just going to keep going with this single crochet right eye. Going to add in some of this yellow, 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 ooh, yellow. I'm like even some of the antsy. I'm going to cut this off, which I'm going to grab scissors. It's another one of my scissors. Very cute. I don't remember where I bought these. Oh, I think I bought them off Temu. That's where I think those scissors came from. Just working around and around. And I'm going to cover up my ends here. I think this brim's going to be a little, well, might be a little big. I might switch to a smaller hook size. Going for a bit. Yellow. All right, I might try this on. Yeah, that's all right. I think I got to start of a cowl. Can be a cowl. I might start decreasing in a bit too. Give it a floppy hat vibe. Finish up this round, which I should have marked with a slip stitch. I think I counted earlier. I have 73 stitches. I think I'm going to decrease it down to 60, which is about the norm for a hat using a size J hook. Or if this one's 5.75 millimeters. There's not much. I'm going to keep working on this until I'm going to change after that I'm done with that color. And then when I get to the beginning of the round, I think I'll start decreasing. Because it's just too big for the hat, for a hat right now. And I might just give it this might just give it a brim. Going and going. About ready to run out of yarn. Found this stuff in my stash and I throw that in our scrappy hat. I'll work over those two. Then I've started decreasing the stitches here. See if I can get it to fit better as a hat. That nearly worked out. Well, that is gonna be much better as a hat. Should count to see how many I have here now. One, and find my stitch markers. Oh, right here. First stitch mark the first stitch, so we can start keeping track of the beginning of rounds. So I add a stitch marker. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Two, 23, 24, 25, 29, 30. My son's, I don't know if you can pick it up, but he's taking a shower right now. If you can hear his bathroom, which is, I think, I moved over here because where I was closer to the wall that was closest to the bathroom. You can probably hear what was going on in the bathroom. I don't know if you want that, and I think I lost count already. I think I was at 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38. 42, 7, 63 stitches. That's what I have. Right, I think at some point I'm going to switch colors. Sure, why not? Okay. Switch colors. Adding that in. This will be a very interesting hat with all sorts of, a whole bunch of scrappy. Cut off. And then just this is what we're adding in now. There we are. So we got so far. I like that. All right, it's the next day. We are resuming working on this scrap yarn hat. I just got done reading 365 day brightener shorts I'm doing every day. It turned out I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. I forgot. Well, I didn't forget to do yesterday's. Well, what happened was I forgot to make it public. And so now you have, in theory, now 2 quotes. I posted 2 quotes today. And this book has 39 days, February 29th in there for leap year. So I read that today too. So, right, today is Saturday, and Saturday mornings are usually rather busy. Well, not the early morning. I'm usually up before anybody else. And that's on most days. So, today for Saturday, it depends on if my son got paid the Friday. We'll go out. Well, today we're going to have coffee because I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska, and they have a 28 days of coffee. And today's the last day, the coffee. And if I get a 10th one in, I get a chance to win $250. So I don't know how much longer I like to switch these out every so often. So I am going to switch out colors already. And let's see what we have here. We have, I think I want to add, yeah, that was just yarn falling everywhere. Add some of this red Chanel. That. So I got this thing at Torah, but usually to change colors, you start a stitch and then you add another one to it. Chanel yarn. Add that to it. And cut off. So I already forgot where we left off. So anyway, the plan is breakfast, which will be at the coffee shop. That was on the list that we are going to try. And then he runs to the comic center. So he'll buy his comics. That he has a prescription to several comics. And then today we'll take recycling to the recycling center. And so exciting stuff. And then we might go grocery shopping. And then today, usually my son will be responsible for dinner today. So he will make dinner. All right, well, here, let's see what we got with the red Chanel in our hat so far. That's interesting. Let's see if I just baby, but there's not that much here, so maybe we'll use that all up. Or just do a row of Chanel and go on to something else. So I might put some of this blue back in there too that we started with. I got plenty of that. Did a little more of the red. I was starting editing this video, and I mentioned neon yellow, and I think that is we're going to incorporate neon yellow now, as soon as I find my end. So, well, I wound this. Okay, there we are. There's our end. So here we're going to add some neon yellow. cut off some of this red. And then for the ends, I am just going to take this and single crochet over the ends. That way I don't have to weave them in earlier. Now with this Chanel yarn, the stitches are harder to see, so I have to usually feel my way through. It's a neon yellow here so far. I'm contemplating taking this project to the coffee shop and then recording some of it with the coffee shop in the background. I'd have my son with me. No, I might not. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'll decide that later. Because one of the channels I watch, I can tell some of her stuff must, even though she's not an ASMR channel, she would do crochet project just like what I'm doing right now in front of the camera, but she'll do it like when she's on the couch or when she's, you know, if she's in the car, she'll work on it in the car. I'm gonna have to, after I'm done a row with this, I might have to count my stitches or not. I'm like totally winging this. I think I'm going almost, well, that almost looks kind of cool. I'm going in between the stitches. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. You might have to do a couple rounds like that, but instead of going in the stitches, we'll go in between, especially if I can't see the stitches very well with the Chanel yarn. Oh, that's kind of cool. The neon yellow in the hat. Yep, going in between the stitches. I might do a few rounds of that, see how that looks. Instead of going in the stitch, go between them. Unless I'm actually going in and not realize I'm going in them. Yeah, because these are hard to see where we're supposed to put our hook. That's the challenge with some of the yarns, that they're hard to see. Okay, I got about a row of the yellow in. I think we are going to now add in. I think I'm going to go back to the first color I had. All right. Trying to clean up my mess, but not being successful at it. Okay. First color we had. As soon as I find my end here, where are you at? Oh my, where are we at? The heck? There we are. Oh my. we have a mess here. So again, switch you to a different color. Or crochet over the ends. Okay, we are going to work with this blue for a bit. Our blue in there. Right. So I did my very first live on my other channel, so we're already this far into this hat. So I think about ready. I'm gonna start decreasing pretty soon. So we're at a point now where I got 3 strands held together, and I might start eventually decreasing. I think I'll do a couple rounds. I went to a smaller hook. I'm gonna probably stick with some smaller yarns, and yeah, work at 3 strands is kind of a pain in the butt. So this is how the hat's looking. So yeah, I did my very first live ever, even though I had the channel, my other channel, for a couple of years now. I did my very first live, and now I know how to do it, what to expect. I will be doing way more of those. And then I gained like a bunch of subscribers that way too, so maybe I'll do a live. I might try a live on this channel. See how that works out. So this is what the hat looks like on so far. Oh, you can see that it's so cute. That is really cute. At this point, keep going on this hat. Hopefully we'll get it done relatively soon. Okay. Going. This was fun. I can't believe how much fun. I might have to do more hats like this. Just Just take some random make scrappy yarn hat. And this was kind of fun. I kind of like this hat. I might do another row of that. So I'm just gonna go back and work on this hat some more. I don't know how many, I don't know if I like how that feels, but I like how this looks. This looks pretty cool. Like the process, I like the ASMR. Actually, I think one of the things I like about crochet is I like the process. Like how the yarn feels in my hands. Well, it depends on the yarn. I don't know why I do that. Oh. Sometimes I like to take a project and just, I think it's a ASMR thing. So, oh, I think my husband is now awake. Recording this on a Saturday morning. And I think I'm at a point now where I need to get ready for the day. So, keep working on this hat some more. I think I'll come back when we're nearly done with this hat. All right, we are taking this hat into the home stretch and we are finishing it up. And we're going to finish it up in the same yarn we started with. So now we're just going to keep decreasing the top here until we are done. I don't even know how many I have right now. I'm just like been randomly now decreasing. Every other stitch is now decrease. And it's getting to be pretty close to starting the running around that I plan on doing today. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I gotta get recycling in my car, and then after that, then we'll wake him up for breakfast if he's not awake yet already. So, plus, you know, it's later in the morning, people are out, my husband's awake. All sorts of stuff going on here, so I think I have enough. My tail weaved in, so I guess like there's kids playing outside. My husband up the TV because he's not good at hearing. He's got the TV blaring. We're just gonna now do, once we get our holes cleaned up, I'll probably do one row of just decrease and then we're done. I don't know how many I got here too. I enjoyed making this hat. I need to make the scrappy hat more often. I enjoyed making with you, then I enjoyed finished working on the live. If you would like me to do a live, let me know in the comments, or I can leave the link for the live I did for my other channel. More, and I think we'll be done, and it'll sew. One more, and that will be it. We are going to sew up the top. So, all right, where's my? That's a good question. I need to find out where my scissors went. Good job. I do not know where my scissors went. Hold on. It's in my lap. All right. So all I gotta do is I find a needle. It's a big, long needle. I don't need a needle this long. is a very long needle. Sew up the top. And we'll sew through the front loops. Oh, and I'll do a couple more. All right. There we go. That is our top. Top. Let's do the other end. Okay, got that on. And the other area I need to sew is back at the beginning. Just because I didn't join right away, is to cover. I got this little gap here, so I'm gonna sew that in. And then after that, all that's left is to cut off any extra strings because I was working them in as I go, which I like. Okay. Yep. Right. Oh, that's a lot of stuff to cut off, so. Cut that off. Cut that off. Cut this. All right, let's see to get all my ends cut off here. No, got one here, there. It's semi-satisfying, cutting off some ends here. Okay, I think we're just gonna back and some ends up here that we can trim off. There we are. There you have it. Little scrappy blanket, scrappy hat. And I love it. I absolutely love this hat. And I hope you love it too. I'm gonna have to do more like this, so until next time. Let me know what you think.